I think it's time we make some pretties. Look at all this. Look at this. This is all. Like, it goes deep, guys. It's time. We need to do this. I have a drawer full of these silks that I bought years ago, and a lot of them are dry, or I was storing them upside down like this because I thought it would help. But the thing is, here, let me grab this one here. This is pink grapefruit. It's a beautiful color, but it has separated, and probably when I open it, I'll have a surprise. Yep. See, all the pigment is stuck to the lid, and the glaze is at the bottom. For those of you who don't know what silks are, they're actually glazing paint, or yeah, glazes. So I'm gonna grab all of that. Wow, look at this. They are actually collecting dust in my drawer, and I feel really horrible about that. And so I thought I would use them, because why not? I know you can probably revive them. Don't send the glaze police to my place. The truth of the matter is I don't do a lot of acrylics these days, so I much prefer working with watercolor. But the mood just struck me, and I'm gonna do something about it. Guess what I found? I found acrylic glazing medium, the gloss one. The stuff that's in there, probably. So for those that are a little bit on the dry side, I'm going to, oh, I hope it's gonna, yeah, it should, anyways, it should dry transparent. I had a little bit of a panic moment here, and I know I added quite a bit, but trying to revive this. Ooh, shiny. Okay, so I kind of have divided my piles a bit. I've got like some pastel colors here. I've got here some hot pinks and purples, and then I have my neutrals, and I have a whole stack more. Let me show you how thick my stack is. This is how much I have, yes. So it was about time I do some of those pretties. I'm running out of cards, guys. Believe it or not. Alright, so let's play with this. I think this will be fun. I don't use this masking tape because it rips my paper, but if I tape them from the other side, then we're good. We don't care. Yes. Alright. Look at that. I'm gonna grab my old crusty, dirty palette paper so I can put some gesso onto here. And I'm using just cheapy Michael's Artist Loft brand. I'm gonna put a big glob on there. And I have here a bucket of water with just an acrylic brush. I might use a couple different sizes. Yeah, this one's nice and stiff. That's going to be perfect. So I'm going to make sure that I grab enough water. Let me zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to dip into the gesso, and I'm just going to start making all kinds of scribbles or swirlies. What's that going to do is it's going to grab the paint from underneath and spread it around in a fun way. Now I do want to leave some of these things that are happening in the background already, like, you know, some of the original painting, I want to say. I'm going to spray this as well, just to help it move even more. See, this might be nothing to you, but for a A flower where you need a little bit of a light color, this is actually quite perfect. And look, I'm getting some browns here, which is cool as well. Now, what I want to do to this one is add a bit of pink grapefruit silk paint that I have here mixed up. I'm just going to grab a little bit, incorporate that. They dry shiny. It's a gloss glaze, so it's quite interesting. I might even mix that in a bit further. Let's add, you know what, I'm going to leave it open, doesn't matter. Let's add a little bit of Sunburst, which is this like in your face yellow. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to spill over that bottom piece right here. Pick up some more water. Pick up, like, don't think, just grab whatever you feel like playing with and don't think. I know it looks like a mess, but trust me, Ooh, bright and bold colors. Yeah, look at that, yes. You're probably wondering, what in the world is she doing? I think I should introduce some moonbeams in there. It's kind of like a periwinkle color, which I love. Now, this is part of the second batch that I bought. See how pretty it is and beautiful? It hasn't been used in a long time, but it's still pretty. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. Wooden skewer. I'm gonna go through this just to make some marks as well. Use anything that you have on hand, guys. This is the part where you don't care about messing up good watercolor paper because it was already destined for the garbage bag. So you have permission. This could be fun and not fun, but I think this is going to be more fun than not. Oh yeah, very difficult to stop. I want to go into the black. Ooh! Yes! Yes! Yep. Okay, I don't want to do too much of that. Okay. Whoops. I think I have to stop right here. Because now I'm just making a mess. Alright, enough. I just finished another batch while the other one was drying. So this is still wet, but I want you to see what it looks like. So there's lots of nice opportunity for pretties in there. I sprayed some gold ink. I sprayed some black India dots. Here, I'm not gonna bother taking them off, but look at this one here. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to play with this. So there's another batch. I'm trying to move it so that you can see the gold and the shimmer of the silks. This one I did as a side. So this I would probably use for leaves. I think they would be interesting. Look how fun this is. You just have to let go and play around enough. So this one is very different, although I think it's missing a little bit of white. So let me go grab my palette again. Alright, I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to make, whoops. I need to hold that down. I'm just going to make, that's a little bit too much white. Let's try this again. I'm just going to make little, that's not working well. Alright, it's moving too much. Oh, look at that spot right there. Ooh. You may have noticed I resorted to my fingers again. I have such a hard time doing acrylics with a paintbrush. I don't know what it is. I guess watercolor is because I kind of don't have a choice, but when it comes to acrylic, I have such a hard time with using a brush. Let's try again. Maybe I'll have better luck this time. I don't know, it just doesn't have the same impact, I find. Of some gold these days, so I'm gonna add gold to this because why not? I'm gonna spray a little bit, not too much, because I find the spray is too even and it bothers me. I know, too even bothering me, but I think I'm just going to sprinkle some little dots here and there. Yes. I know you're gonna ask me, so I'm using the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Gold Star or Gold. Again, I've had this for years, and I have a brand new bottle as well, and honestly, this is one of the best golds I've ever played with in terms of, like, that is not watercolor. I love this gold. Unfortunately, it rubs off a little bit, so it's fine for a card, but I wouldn't put it on like a cover of a book or something that you're gonna handle quite a lot. Dirty hands. Alright, so let's try this now. Tea break. Cheers. I'm gonna remove them from the tape now. It's all dry. So what I'm trying to do here is isolate some of the nicest areas. This one is very thick. This is the, this was a sample 300-pound cold press Arches paper, bright white. It's very thick. It's okay. We can still use that. I like this a lot. So, let's see here. This could be a bigger piece, so I'm going to cut this right here. Some of the leftovers I'm going to use for leaves. This part here could be a very nice leaf. So I'm going to make bigger leaves this time around. The previous ones that I did were kind of small, but I want to have some larger ones as well this time around. I see that's a nice leaf. Don't discard these little pieces because you never know when you're going to need like an extra smaller leaf. So every single small piece can be utilized. I still have some cards that are already folded from the previous pretties session. And again, like this is made of cheapy cardstock. I bought a big pack at Walmart. I still have a lot, so it doesn't have to be expensive. I've been playing around with the placement of the different parts. I come to the conclusion that the larger leaves that I cut out are not cut out to be on this card. So I'm going to do something else with them, definitely. Before I glue anything down, however, I'm going to do the stems, just so I know where everything should be placed, and it's just, you know, a line going all the way down like so. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do ghosties leaves, and then I'm gonna glue like this. So it's gonna have like a little bit of more doodling underneath. Like so. Actually, this one I might do without. And then I'm gonna do another one here like this. And then let's do a small leaf for this one, but actually like make the doodled ones a little bit bigger. Here. Like so. And then I'm going to do the centers. Of course, I'm going to put stickles in the center of these. Now, the thing I don't like about this is that all the stems are equidistant. That bothers me a little bit. So I'm going to do more doodling just to create a little bit of a distraction. Like this. Now I could use a paint pen to doodle in these shapes, but I like the fine lines. Hoping you can see this well. Let's make this one a little bit more important. Let's put an antenna on this one. So now I can glue these. I suggest you use a dry glue because I know that a wet glue is going to warp the paper. I'm using my ATG gun, but if you have something smaller, I would recommend like something like this, for instance. Of course, I'll get my diamond stickles because it needs a little bit of shine. And I'm going to add some in the background just to make it more magical. On top of those little dots. And I'm gonna let that dry. Now I want to do a different kind this time around. So I thought I would introduce leaves instead of flowers. So I've placed my leaves the way I kind of sort of want it. And before I glue anything down, I'm going to make the stem. And I'm gonna just go back and forth like this. And I can connect those like that. But I could also do some kind of like an offset doodling. And so when I put this like so, you're gonna have some in the backgrounds, and I love that look. So I'm going for it like this. And I think this one is gonna go almost on this one and like this. Look how pretty this is. I love it. It looks so soft. So I'm gonna glue those down and I'm gonna doodle some more on this because I think it's fun. Oops. Any excuse I have to doodle, I will grab. Okay, I wanna add one more here. I could doodle some kind of like little flower centers around these. Make it fun. I feel that I need another leaf somewhere, so I'm just gonna do another one down here. Okay, so the ones here at the bottom, I'm gonna put a stem on them. These three bottom ones, I could also make tiny dots. And then of course some stickle. Love it. That's fun. So what if I had a couple of branches? So one is going to go this way, one that way, and then another one here. Now there's nothing straight about this, and that's fine. Okay. And I'm going to cut smaller circles. I don't want to play into these ones, the ones that I've already cut, because they're precious. But I'm going to cut smaller ones, and I'm going to, of course, vary the size. Okay, and I'm going to take a paint pen and I'm going to do tiny dots in the center. Dots and ovals. It's fun. Ah, I love it. Let's make pretend ones. Oops. I kind of messed up here. That's okay. Guys, this is serious fun. For real. My morning warm-up session got extended by a few hours. Yeah, it's actually close to noon, so I kind of have to go and have lunch now. And I'm left with all of these to play with. So I think what I'm going to do is break for lunch. Then I'm going to make some more all afternoon long. And then I will show you what I came up with, because I can't let the camera roll while I make all of these. But I'm sure you can pretty much figure it out. So I'll do kind of like a, not a flip through, but a show and tell at the end of this video. And that'll be more than a morning warm-up session. So I'll be right back. Alright, so far we've got this one, which is the first one that I made. I love this one. And this one's alright. I need to glue some parts down. It's kind of like lifting again. But let me show you the other ones that I've made. I'm going to start with these ones. The stickles are not completely dry yet, but you can see that I've added some here and here. I just ran my finger in the middle of this one, so it's kind of like messed up a little bit, but I really like this one. I doodled first and then I added the leaves after. Then I made a tree. I painted the background with blue silks or the moonbeams, but I find it's too much. The leaves don't come out so well, but it's still pretty. Here's this one that I really like. So what I did is I stamped with here, I'm going to show you. I've got one that's ready to go. So I have this stamp by Magenta. So I stamped the background and then I added the flowers on top, and I think it just adds like this special touch, and I like the fact that it's not even. So I got this one, and then I made a bamboo shoot, I guess, and I really like it. So to do the shoots, I use the Pentel pocket brush pen, and I use the same method as I use with the round silver brush pen, the one that's pointy. You start very light and then you apply some pressure and then you lift, and that's how you get those leaves. So it's a lot of fun. This one doesn't have stickles. I have black dots in the background. And then I made, hang on, I can't figure out which one are the ones that are not dry. And then I made this tree, which I really like as well. And again, you know, that background is really, really nice. And I wrote the thank you here. And that's it. That's it, guys. That's all the time that I have to make those cards. I could have gone on for hours, but I really, really do like these three the most. I think they're so pretty. No, but they are, they truly are pretty, I think. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know that my first video on making the pretties is still quite popular even to this day, and I will put the iCard there in case you haven't seen it. I know it's quite different than what I've been posting lately. I do mainly watercolors, but this is kind of like related. So I thought it'd be fun to show you how I do my pretties and also invent some different styles. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Thank you, my awesome patrons, for supporting me. I am very grateful. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.